TGC Requiem here. We are back with green-black elves. We will be on the play. Got a little bit different list, mostly we moved an Elvish champion to main deck. We I mean to put this up here. Put 4 Verdant Catacombs. Guess we'll give that a keep. I think we're gonna keep this on top. We just don't know what's going on, and it's not gonna hurt us to get our land drops. So we've added 4 Verdant Catacombs. Basically, we're trying to adjust our sideboard. I'm working on some different strategies to attack Twin and other weak matchups. By heavily sideboarding for Twin. So soon Dwynen's Elite's coming out. Maybe we're playing fairies here. We'll have to see. I think now we go for Verdant Catacombs. We hold the Cavern. Play it a little bit later, where they think they're going to be able to counter something. Esper. So I'm going to assume we've got something like Geist, Esper, or Monastery Mentor possibly. This is just a kind of a rough draw. Unfortunately, these things happen. Opponent seems to be trying to determine if he wants to tap out or not. Assuming death to the Archdruid shall be coming henceforth. Confidant. So we just probably won't even attack into that. So if we play the Mystic, I kind of feel like we should just hold on to what we have here. Let him do some damage to himself. The assumption is the guy's got Path to Exile. So basically what I'm trying to think through here is if we play the Azuri, we can use Elvish Archdruid to regenerate. Elvish Archdruid to generate enough mana to use Azuri to regenerate our elves. But if he paths, that's not the case. That doesn't really help. So I think we're going to try and get a bigger turn. He probably isn't going to do too much damage to himself with Confidant, but Darkslick Shores, or in this case, none. So now we're kind of getting somewhere. I mean, we could try and chord for Dwynen's Elite. Trying to decide if he wants to counter the Mystic. I'm just not going to do anything. I mean, I'm not 100% certain this is the right play, but I feel like we can Court of Calling on end step. Wait, what did I do here? We're tapping to add 3, 4, there we go. That is okay with me. No, he has a Darkslick Shores, which he can go get tapped. He's got a Plains. So we're just going to go at his life total here. I just feel like this is just a super weird game. Having had to mulligan down to 5. This is not how we typically like to approach these sort of matchups. I think we're going to go with the must answer threat here. Oops, sorry. Thought we had already moved out of combat. I kind of want him to spend his turn killing Azuri. That's really what's going on. Happy to take the mana. So I'm just not sure if he knows we have the ability to chord for a big drain with Shaman of the Pack. I think the best thing he could do is tap out for a creature right now. If we draw Shaman of the Pack, that is pretty awesome. Ask and ye shall receive. So right now I think we chord. We play for a chord to Shaman. Or do we just play the Shaman? Yeah, so we're going to play Heritage Druid. See if he lets it resolve. Then we are going to actually Shaman here because he could just kill himself off of his Dark Confidant, and then we can chord for another Shaman. Will be the goal the next turn. So we're in a situation where he has to do removal. Otherwise we have lethal coming through. He's got to spend money to get tokens out, okay, to block. Geist doesn't really bother me. If we can hardcast a Shaman, that's even better. And that's game. Alright, so we got game one there. It was a weird game. I don't know. It's hard to hold back like that, but I felt like that was really our only viable chance to win. Kind of surprised we did. So we had some sort of Esper Geist deck. So I think Inquisition could be good here. I don't think we need Surgical Extraction. Chord worked well. I don't think Elvish Champion is necessary here. You know, we're just going for extra size, and that's not really necessary. Beast Within Choke could be good. We need to cut 3. Assuming we're going to get some damnation type spells. I think we're probably going to want to do some lead the Stampede. I think we probably are going to... I think we're cutting Messenger, probably 1 chord. And then I think 1 Dwynen's Elite. Splitting the difference. So, I really like this, except for 5 mana. 5 mana is so bad, but Choke almost makes it worth it. We do also have 2 Cavern of Souls, which means we can cast anything. I almost would never keep a 5-land hand, but I think I will keep this one. Choke may not be that great here either, really, if we think about how his hand is set up. He's got Darkslick Shores. What are we drawing to give us something good? Perfect. So we are going to go for the Overgrown Tomb instead of the Forest because we have those Inquisitions. So the hope is he plays like Dark Confidant here and not Inquisition. So there goes the Choke. He knows we're running on fumes. He's ready to play. They're good to kind of go with an aggressive Geist next turn. This is why we don't... You know, and that was actually silly. Now we have no... nothing to go get with Path. Yeah, this is why you don't keep 5-land hands, especially when you know your opponent. Even if you don't think about it, you know your opponent is playing Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes, right? So we pretty much assumed Geist was coming as aggressive turn 3. And now we just hope to draw into gas because we're donezo. What a... I I never keep 5 lands. I don't even keep 4 lands with this deck. Greedy Choke. It's not even that great. Boom. Whiffin. I still think we just let him attack with it. So we can try and make him... No, I think we're good. I think we just take it. Our path to winning here is a flurry of creatures, not fighting this. Just gonna put some equipment on his Geist. Good old Moto. Double click lag. Alright, protection from black green. When it deals damage, that player discards a card. You untap all your lands. Oh, that's pretty brutal. Alright, so on to game 3. Just gotta get over it. It's a bad idea. It's a bad keep. Bad keep. I really don't like Choke now that we got a better look at the mana base. It's not impactful enough. Beast Within might be alright. I also wonder if just bringing Chord back in is not the best option. Alright, we'll be on the play. So super greedy, but if we draw into a land, it's good. Cavern of Souls makes Shaman really good. I'm all about this. We're probably going to get boned by not drawing into a second land, but I think the power of this hand is worth it because we can go turn 2 Dwyn's Elite unless they path, and if they path, we get a second land anyway. If we draw another land here, we can consider going with Archdruid into attacks. Having 2 Archdruids going into the next turn would be pretty nice. So we can definitely play out our entire hand next turn at the moment. He's going to just run out his Geist, timely reinforcements. Okay, so the way this works is all of our elves are free. So if they cost the same amount of mana, so Llanowar Elves is free because Elvish Archdruid is going to get that much mana. Dwynen's free because it drops 2 elves, so Elvish is going to generate that much mana. And we hope he doesn't have Damnation or Wrath of God right now. 8, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we can attack for 20 minus 9, so 11 damage is going to get through at the moment. The assumption is something's got to die, most likely Archdruid, which means we're going to get significantly less damage through. Just hope we get lucky and draw another Shaman here. So the assumption is he's going to either chump. I think we're safe going with all of these guys. He either lets us get the most amount of damage through, or he kills the Archdruid and chumps our big guys, meaning we get some extra damage through. Now he has to worry that we might have Cord, Collected Company. So I mean, if he doesn't have a kill spell for the Archdruid, he kind of has to block right here. I mean, that's 10 damage alone. If he has a kill spell, then he can consider taking some creatures out, or then he can start to consider double blocks. But then he's still taking some damage. And depending on how his hand is built, the question is, can he hold on long enough? Now while we're here, we're not going to play Gilt-Leaf Palace this turn. We want him to try and think that we are holding on to Collected Company or Chord. So here comes the kill spell. Okay, draw 2 cards. So he's actually going to see what he draws and then see if that improves. So he must not have had very good cards. Now he's got to decide if he's going to go for a kill spell and how he's going to block. I'm going to get a path here on the Archdruid. So now the assumption is, does he go for the chump blocks or get the big boys? He's already done 3 damage to himself just by taking that line. Still looking at 11 damage exactly. So the fact that he's looking at 1 block here makes me think he has a board wipe. Either that or he's got some other big game. Maybe he's going to throw a bunch of chumps out for this next turn. I feel like he's conceded here. And if he hadn't, we're good now. That should be game. Shaman of the Winds. Alright, so 1-0 against Esper Geist, Esper Control, whatever you want to call it. And we'll be back shortly with round 2.